Judges chapter 6. We're going to pick up here about verse 25. It says, "Now on the same night, the Lord said to him, Take your father's bull and a second bull 7 years old, and pull down the altar of Baal, which belongs to your father, and cut down the Asherah which is beside it, and build an altar to the Lord, your God, on top of the stronghold in an orderly manner. And take a second bull, and offer a burnt offering with the wood of the Asherah, which ye shall cut down." Sometimes we never get to see God move because we've got strongholds in our life that need to be tore down. We've got things in place that we need to get rid of. We've got things that we're allowing to control us, things that we're bowing down to, things that we are worshiping, that we've got no business bothering, that we've got no business taking part of, that we've got no business being around, and yet they're controlling us. And what we really need to do is tear them down and build the stronghold. Tear down the stronghold and build the altar to the Lord. Get rid of the things that are hindering you. Get rid of the things that are stopping you from serving the way that you're called to serve. God has a purpose for you. God has a plan for you. God meant for you to be so much more than you are. But we let stuff keep us from ever realizing our potential. We've all got things in our life that we need to tear down. We've got strongholds that have built a place there that need to be destroyed. They need to be burnt. They need to be taken away. They need to be removed from our life. We've got to get rid of them before God can ever bless us, before God can ever do what he wants to do with us. It says, "And then Gideon took 10 men and his servants and did as the Lord had spoken to him. And because he was too afraid of his father's household and the men of the city to do it by day, he did it by night." Look, he was scared to do what God had called him to do. He knew the purpose. He knew the plan. He knew that God was doing something. He knew that God had called him. He knew that God would make a way. And yet still, fear got a hold of him. Look, we all face fear. We all face struggles. We all have battles. We all have things that hold us back. But when we know God's calling, when we know what God has asked us to do, when we know what God has told us, we need to make sure that we're busy about tearing down these strongholds, that we need to make sure that we're doing what God has called us to do. We need to make sure that we're on the right page and get rid of the stuff that is hindering us so that we can serve God completely. Even if we do it with fear, even if we do it with trembling, even if we're afraid to take the step, we need to take the step. If we take it shaken, it doesn't matter. Just take it. Obedience will overcome our fear. Obedience is more powerful than fear. We've just got to be willing to do what God has called us to do. We've got to be willing to step out. We've got to be willing to move, even when we're scared. I love you guys. God bless you.